Uh, Yesterday was better than the first day. I thought the first day everybody's kind of excited and running around like schoolyard football. We just had to coach practice etiquettes and attention to detail, and I thought the coaching staff did a good job with regard to that, and the leaders on the defensive side, really did a good job, kind of emphasizing our style of play, our practice etiquette, what we want to accomplish during the course of practice, and there's really good improvement from practice 1 to 2.
Is one of the main focuses for you at this point is trying to identify the third, fourth, and fifth linebackers?
One of many, but yeah, sure. I think, at the linebacker position, through 2 practices, Kirkland and Maben have set the pace. I mean, their pursuit to the ball from sideline to sideline has been impressive. Obviously, we're just in helmets, so make what you want of that. But I thought they've run to the ball well. But I've said it before. Really, I think the 3 guys that have separated from the rest of that group then are Jumper. The middle linebacker, he's got a high football IQ. He plays hard, and he always plays with the chip on his shoulder. And the 2 guys at the will position are, Cortez McDowell, Cortez Sapp are continuing to compete for the spot behind Jalen. And all those guys are going to play, and all those guys are going to get great opportunities in camp before the opening game.
Do you see a difference conditioning-wise?
Yeah, I think Coach Sershin and the staff did a great job over the course of the summer. We made great gains, strength and power-wise in the weight room, I thought. And my challenge to them was to come back to camp in the best shape of their lives, so we can practice the way we want to practice, and obviously be able to play 1 snap at a time for the entire game. And so that was a point of focus. And Coach Jones has set the tone. I keep talking about our style of play, about running on the field, transitions between drills and things like that. So that requires us to be in good condition. I've been very pleased through 2 days.
Has the SEC changed since your last go around here in terms of more spread teams, and maybe some ways you may have to modify your defense from the Big Ten?
Not just the SEC, just the game itself has evolved. It's ever evolving. I mean, it began to change. I think I joked my first year at Vanderbilt in 2011. I think there were only half the teams in the country made over 400 yards a game, and there was 30 or 40 teams that held teams under 300 yards a game. In the last 5 years, that statistic has changed. I'm sure somebody here is going to look it up at some point, but how many teams averaged over 400 yards a game last year? I think there's only a handful of teams that gave up less than 300 yards a game. Snaps have increased. The style of play has increased, with the tempo and the spread offenses and the advent of the RPOs. So it's a great challenge for us as defensive coaches to try to keep up and, with the evolution of offenses.
In terms